Hi, I'm Benton Schmidt, and I'm the Director of Music here at the Newman Center. And I'd like to show you this little practice organ we have in our choir room. This is from the builder Ontko and Young, who is from South Carolina. And this was built for a organist couple down there for their home. And I went down to South Carolina and played it, took it all apart, brought it in a U-Haul back up to North Dakota from South Carolina, and put it all together here in the choir room. So I'm very excited to show you today how it works. So you turn it on back here. It has a little light switch in the back, and you can see the bellows start to go. And they will move if I play. This organ is made up of an 8-foot flute, which means it's at concert pitch level. It's called a gedeckt, and that is the sound. And so those pipes are the wooden pipes here, and some of the metal pipes in there. There's also what's called a 2-foot, which is 2 octaves higher than the gedeckt concert pitch. You can add it, and it gives some brightness to the sound. It also can split in the middle so that you only have the bright 2-foot sound on half the keyboard. So this half is just the regular gedeckt, and then that starts. So you can have a nice solo sound for, say, a hymn tune. That is really cool, and the pedals are all shared with the manual notes. There aren't any other pipes, but the whole point of this organ is to practice on, so you can do all your pedal practicing down there with the pedal board. Inside, you can take a look inside. Doors open up, and you can see all the pipes on the wind chest there, and the largest and lowest pipes are in the back, and they make up the back of the instrument. This one is the lowest one, it's the longest one. It even kind of has a curve to it to make down to the bottom, and that's the end of the pipe down there. A gedeckt is a stopped pipe. You can see the stopper right here, so that means it sounds twice as long as it actually is. So actually you save space in this organ by having a 4-foot long pipe sound like an 8-foot long pipe. So that is the inside. You can close all the doors. And these are kind of cool because they're in the facade. They're just in the front, so they're kind of cool to look at. That's a G, and it just sits there. in the front. So the special thing about this organ is that it's a tracker. It's called a tracker organ. So all of the mechanism is purely mechanical. It's not electric at all. The only electric thing about this organ is that the wind is produced by the blower, and somebody doesn't have to actually physically pump it for hours and hours while I practice. So the connection from the key to the pipe is entirely mechanical. Like here, you can actually hear, the onset and control the touch of the key and the release of the key. You can even hear a slight pitch waver when you go slowly. So that is why it's very important for practicing and developing organists to have that direct connection to the sound, and it's actually somewhat touch sensitive as well, so it's more expressive than an electric action. You can have a hard release, like you're cutting off the sound, or you can have a soft release. So that's especially useful in teaching and playing expressively. You can also see the trackers in here. The trackers are these metal rods. Usually they're wood, but these are metal, and they are the connection from the pipe to the key. See them move it slightly. Yeah. And so that is why it is important to have this instrument, because it's a mechanical organ that is great at teaching. Craig Kramer, one of the professors of organ at Notre Dame, always says that the organ is the best teacher. It'll teach you exactly how to play. So we will have the big organ in the church, as many times the size of this organ, with many more pipes. The importance of the organ in the Latin Church in the West it's been very significant. Actually, for most of the liturgical history of the organ, it played by itself. It actually sang parts of liturgy by itself without any singing attached to it. So the organ has a very rich tradition of singing in the liturgy, and because it's a wind instrument, it actually does sing. Actually, that's probably not a good example. It actually does sing. And can lead singing in a unique way that a more percussive instrument like the piano can't. The piano is a beautiful instrument. It just has limitations, especially with singing, because it's actually a percussion instrument. It actually hits the string rather than singing like an organ does. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this wonderful little practice organ that we have at the Newman. And I'm very excited to be teaching on it and playing on it as the year progresses.